So as you move out of this training module, what you're going to find is that there's an overwhelming amount of content and resources in your back office. As a matter of fact, that's exactly why I'm doing this video with you today. We put together the step-by-step training section because what we found is that partners get completely confused and overwhelmed because there is an abundance of resources that's available. As a matter of fact, we work with a company called Trustpilot where our clients give us reviews, and you'll probably get an email about giving us a review, and hopefully you'll be kind enough to give us a positive review. 5 stars, we love 5 stars. But in the reviews, some of the things that people say is, look, the only qualm I have, the only problem is that there's too much information. It's overwhelming. So I don't want you to get lost. We want to be able to tell you exactly what you need to know, what you should be working on implementing so you get out there and have the most success making sales. Look, the most important thing you're going to do right now is to get out there and start talking to people, period. That's it. The one thing that will determine your success or failure in offering business credit and financing as a service is one thing and one thing only. There's only one variable: how many people you talk to. So right now, if you haven't already, you should be out talking to 5 people at least every single day about business credit and financing. Mr. Customer, hey, buddy, do you own a business? You thinking about starting a business? Oh, you do. That's cool. Look, you interested in getting money for your business? Oh, you are. Then you move into the stages we talked about in previous videos about the actual interview, the presentation, the close. You need to talk to people to be successful. And so many people get overwhelmed. They start putting together all these resources and diving in, and they get confused and lost, and don't do that. You just want to implement some of the things I'm going to talk to you here about in this video, but most importantly, you need to get out there right away and start talking to people. So email, social media posts, videos, webinars, free reports, PowerPoint, seminars, there's so much information you're going to find in your marketing step. Do not try to implement all this before you sell. Just don't. We talk to people that have been implementing for a year and never even talked to a person about business credit financing. And that's one of the problems we see is that people go even 6 months to a year before they even try to sell because they're trying to implement everything there is. This stuff is to help you sell, not stuff that you should be putting in place before you sell. So sell first and then implement as you go. Like I said, the most important thing you should be doing is getting out there trying to talk to at least 5 people a day. So the most important thing to implement is to put together your email autoresponder. So in the marketing step, there's something that says emails. You'll see the emails you could download. You need to put those into an email autoresponder. It's very important because as you first start making sales, you're not going to be comfortable. You might miss out on some sales. And as long as you have a good email sequence you could put that person into where they're getting consistent emails from you with good quality information, you'll have another chance to make a sale. So iContact is a company that does this. There's AWeber. There's a lot of companies out there that offer services like this that are less than $50 a month that you should check out. Now, I use and recommend a company called Infusionsoft, okay? But they're expensive. They're like at least $300 a month to get started on their lower level plan. So it might not be your place. You might not be in a position where you're ready to get started with Infusionsoft, and maybe you shouldn't. There's a lot of stuff in Infusionsoft that it does. So if you're just getting started in business, you probably don't need an Infusionsoft of the world. You could try an AWeber, you could try an iContact, you could try some of these other services that are considerably cheaper. And in doing so, you're also going to want to look online and search Google for what's called an online shopping cart, because our Infusionsoft is a shopping cart. It is where we process our billing, and it's our CRM. So you're going to need something that is an email autoresponder delivery system like iContact, iWeber, and then you're also going to need some kind of shopping cart where you can actually accept people's payments from, okay? And then you're going to get a merchant account and plug that into it. So, again, for this purpose, all you really need to know is that you need to get out there. You need to make sure that you're actually implementing. You need to make sure that you're not doing a lot of this stuff at once. Just implement by getting an email autoresponder like iContact, AWeber, and get those emails set up. You can even hire a virtual assistant. Upwork is where we hire a lot of virtual assistants. It's free to run an ad. You can run an ad for a virtual assistant, and once you get set up with an AWeber, iContact type service, you could figure out how to set up an email. You could write out the steps to set up an email. Then you give them the instructions to set up emails. You give them the actual emails and have them do it for you. You can easily get virtual assistants for $2, $3, $4 an hour. So instead of spending 100 hours or 40 hours trying to put together all these emails into an autoresponder, you might just hire a virtual assistant to actually do that for you. Give them the emails, give them the instructions, give them access to your email autoresponder login and have them do it. Saves you a bunch of time. The other reason this makes a lot of sense is that we use a lot of virtual assistants. Here at Credit Suite right now, we have 3 full-time virtual assistants, and we have a lot of other contractors that do other kinds of work. So virtual assistants are very valuable to your company. This might be a good way for you to get one hired, give them tasks to get started, and then when they're done with this task for 2, 3, $4 an hour, you very well might find other tasks to have them get involved in. Also, take your videos and put them up on YouTube. It's simple. It's so easy to set up a YouTube channel. And in your back office, we have training on how to do this. If you don't know, you can always Google how to set up a YouTube channel. It's super easy to do. It takes 3, 4 minutes to set up. And then you can take all the videos we give you and just drag them, drop them onto YouTube. Give them different names. You don't want to keep the names the same as what everybody else has, so give them a different name and you're good to go. So this isn't something you even should think about doing before you sell. You absolutely should not do this before you start selling and talking to customers. But once you are selling and talking to customers, it just only takes 5 to 10 minutes to do this, to set up a YouTube channel and to put all your videos up. So that might be the next step you take because it's so easy to do. Okay, and again, as I said, it's very easy to get that set up. Doesn't take a lot of time, and you should change the names on those videos because you don't want you to have the same name on the videos as 100 other partners. Now, you also want to use your social media posts to start posting on your social and business social media channels. Look, if you don't have a business Twitter, a business Facebook set up, you can do that. Again, you should be selling and talking to people before you even think of doing this. But once you're out there selling and talking to customers, then the next step that you want to take is you want to actually come in and you want to actually get some social media posts out there. You can get a lot of customers from the people you already have as friends on social media. So a lot of those social media posts can help you get business. So you might want to just grab those, copy, start pasting them once a day or twice a day into your news feed to start getting customers, and then as time permits, set up a business Facebook, a business Twitter profile, and you also want to start posting those on your LinkedIn. Now again, we have virtual assistants do this. Her name is Sarah. She handles our social media. She handles the posting on our Twitter, on our Facebook, on our LinkedIn. So you might want to hire somebody for $2 or $3, $4 an hour to set up your email or autoresponder, and when they're done with that task, you might want to give them a permanent task of handling your social media posts for you. It would only take them an hour a day to do so, and in doing so, that's an hour more time that you have, and hey, why not, right? To spend $3 or $4 a day to have somebody else handle your social media marketing might make sense for you. So again, something you don't want to do until you start selling, but you should consider this because this could get you some business, especially if you're posting social media posts to your personal Facebook social media page. And again, your personal Facebook and social media is a great place to get your first customers from, which is why this makes sense. So the most important thing I want you to take out of this video is this: talk to people. It's the one thing that determines your success or failure. You need to get out there and do that before you do any of these things. The one thing you want to set up that's most important is to set up your email autoresponder, then work on these other things as time permits after you're out there talking to customers and making some sales, making some money.